did it.
Man.
Hell yeah!
I was watching you guys' streams. That was looking good.
It was looking good. Okay.
Mine was Oh, dude, I'm so just distraught from my stream crashing like 3 times, man. Fuck.
Welcome to the club. Yep.
Ah, jeez. All right, boys. So episode 2. How we feeling? How we feeling, boys?
I'm feeling good. I'm really liking this topic list. Our episode 1 topic list was strong, but this one I'm extra hyped for. It's gonna be a good conversation tonight.
I think we got crazy fortunate too with some stuff. Like, anyway, we'll get into it, but no patch today. So, but we did get some other interesting news, kind of like a hint. I don't know if you guys saw some of it or not. Interesting.
Wait, what happened?
Yeah, a lot of big news today.
Oh,
yep.
man.
I'm excited.
Okay, yeah, you guys go. Actually, I think I do know what you're talking about, which I think this might be the reason that I was right with my prediction.
Okay. So let's just jump right into it. I gotta join Stuffed Crust Pizza. We'll join up and get this going. So episode 2, topic number 1. So I'm just gonna preface this. This is actually my topic, and I had no clue about the stuff that got posted on Reddit or the Steam Next Fest stuff until like an hour ago. I wanted to talk about whether the game was like ready for Steam and all this epic conversation. And turns out there was an update for Steam Next Fest that suggests Iron Mace will be participating on Steam in early June, which I think is like June 7th, which lines up exactly with all these things. Yep. So, like I said, I got crazy fortunate because I did not intend for that, but it's huge. Like, what are you guys' just initial reaction?
I knew.
You...
All of it. Ready up. We get crip. Dude, okay, listen, okay. So, I'm not saying that I knew, but come on!
Like, you basically called it.
God! Like, you know what I mean? And all these people telling me I'm sniffing copium, bro. All these people saying soapy. No way, you're so delusional. You're huffing all the copium, hopium, and any fucking perfumes that Iron Mace be farting out. And I'm like, nah, dude. All right, what do you think?
Got me hyped. It basically confirms Epic Games on the 6th, right? Day before the Next Fest starts. It doesn't confirm Steam yet, but that's a pretty strong sign because last time they participated in an OTK sponsored event, like a game sponsored event, it was on Steam, and that was their biggest playtest for 2 million downloads.
Oh man, hearing that 2 million is just so nice.
Okay, do you want to know what my prediction is here? Okay, they release on Epic like a week or 2 before Steam. Make sure that all the things are like nice and dandy, everything's clean, the launch is good. You know, migrating to Epic from Blacksmith or whatever is like seamless and all that. It's like the test realm. It's like test realm to see what the release on Steam will be like. And again, I knew that the next wipe was going to be on Steam. And I just felt it. I felt it in my balls. I was like, it's gonna happen. It makes sense. It lines up with Steam Fest. You know, maybe there was, just like tons of guesses in my mind of all these like little pieces of information that sync together. You know what I mean? So
that's crazy.
Yeah, it's crazy, bro. We've endured it. We've held the line, and I don't care how much coke we have. Even now, there's still gonna be people. Who are like, no, it's not happening. And all it, dude, say, bro, is like, just wait. Next, like, think about it. Like, everything makes sense. Why was there so much artificial content? Why has there been like, no new content? It's because everything's been getting saved for Steam. Everything's been getting saved for like a big launch attached to a new wipe, dude. It's gonna be fucking sick, man.
It's gonna be massive.
Jesus.
I'm not gonna lie, like I was almost a believer before, and like the doubters were so strong. I mean, like last wipe and stuff, I could have seen this happening, and I think this is where I was going with this originally. It's like, well, why do so many people think it's not ready? It's like, okay, like just some background on some other games that are doing really well, like Manor Lords. I mean, Manor Lords is doing exceptionally well. I think it sold 2 million copies its first 2 weeks. That's not including anyone playing the game on Game Pass. But if you played Manor, there's a shit ton of content that's not even accessible. It's like there, but you can't use it, and there's a whole bunch of other things that just don't work. But people love it because the game is fun. So there's just like all these people that say it's just not ready, and it drives me nuts because it's like I can see other games that aren't ready, but they're still really fun to play, and they're having successful launches on EA Pal World. It had some performance issues, had a whole bunch of issues, but it was fun to play. The core was still really good. So, yeah, that's where I originally was going. I was like, man, like, why do so many people think Steam and Epic are like a bit of a curse? So, I don't know. Like, Ryan, were you a believer before? Like last month, would you have said the wipe before this one, like this wipe, that it was ready for Steam and Epic, or were you kind of still on the fence?
So at the start of this wipe, I would have said no. I would say this game is definitely not ready, because that's when it was still like very turbulent, especially performance-wise.
Yes, yeah.
But now, yeah, I mean, if they release this to the masses, it's gonna be some crazy numbers. Which actually, what are you guys' like predictions for wipe day numbers if it comes out on both Steam and Epic?
Oh,
What do you think?
oh, I don't even know.
And Epic, bro.
If somehow,
Steam
yeah.
and Epic. Holy fuck. Well, you go. I gotta think. Like
We can start with
you
just
mean
Epic,
peak, right?
Yeah,
You mean
peak numbers, wipe
let's
day.
lump them. Let's lump them. Let's
Love
lump
all.
them. Okay, peak on launch day. I think. Oh, dude, I have so much copium that flows through my veins, but copium's always right. It's always right. Like 200K, maybe 300K, something like that.
300K.
It's one of the most requested games on Steam.
Yeah.
Sure.
But it probably won't be 300K. Okay, maybe not. Maybe 100K. Maybe 100K. Oh, I don't know. It's so hard for me. I'm getting too excited.
What was the maximum we've got? Like, what was the most player count we've had since it's launched with, like, through this launcher, like Blacksmith or whatever? Was it 50K?
Yeah, it was like 50K.
All right, so we should be able to double that, right?
Yeah. Like
so then that's 100K, and then you're like, wow, okay, now we're
maybe
up there.
300's not so unbelievable, but yeah, 100K definitely for Steam and Epic attached to a new wipe. Yeah, I think we can do like 100 for sure, 200 maybe, 300
with a bunch of new content.
Yeah. It's like, dude, it's gonna get so many eyes with it on Summerfest, and then already people know about it. It's like that game where like people are like, oh, like what happened to that game? Like people ask themselves that. So they're gonna see it in a way more complete form too. So,
definitely.
We'll see.
It's exciting. I was like, everyone was like, you should look at the news. I'm like, what are you talking about? I had no idea. Yeah.
I haven't actually like looked at it today. Like I haven't actually seen it. Like,
I don't think I've seen anything official. I haven't seen anything official from like Iron Mace. So I'm a little like, I don't know. I haven't yet. Maybe there's been something said about it. I know we were all super off with the whole like big things prediction last week, which was the cave troll.
yeah.
But I mean, we weren't too far off. Like a couple weeks off from big things. So,
Yeah. Anything else you want to go on that one, or you want to go to the next one?
I think that's good. I know some people will mention like player retention will be the huge thing, because there are situations like, I mean, BattleBit's an example. I think we were talking about Valheim earlier, where content just didn't come out fast enough, so player retention kind of tanked.
Yeah, BattleBit kind of fell off. Yeah.
So BattleBit, like, they have a small dev team, right? Didn't add a bunch of stuff. I remember there's a lot of complaints about Valheim not adding enough stuff with their huge success. But still, I would consider a lot of those games hugely successful. And I think Iron Mace is kind of prepping for more content over the next year. So
yeah,
I'm hopeful.
I think,
but
I really think all that new content's going to be added. I really think it will with the new wipe. Like that has to be why they haven't like added any for like those devs who've been working on content this whole time. Like they've been working this whole time. You can say like, yes, like, they hired a new guy, they gotta train him and all that type of stuff. And, we'll see. All right, yeah.
I think that pretty much covers it for me.
All right, sounds good. All right, Ryan, yours is the next one. Right, gotta keep going, despite.
Oh,
the
that's true. That's true.
Keep going.
So next one,
bro.
this one's mine, and our hack. This is actually I took a poll early in the week, and I asked, how often have you experienced hacking in the game? So I won't share those results yet, but my question was, are hackers a problem, and is it being addressed? If so. So I want to ask you guys first, because you guys definitely clocked in a lot of hours compared to the average player base. Have you guys run into a lot of hackers this wipe?
Okay. I got a pretty spiffy answer, I feel like. I ran into like seemingly no hackers until I started doing the Demigod grind. So for anyone who doesn't know, I got Demigod about a day or two ago. I can't remember. I did it 1v2, mostly on Crypts in Exemplar Plus, but when I was Voyager and below, it was purely Ice Caves. I feel like truly, like I never run into them until I started playing on West Coast, Tokyo, and Singapore. I would like bounce around a bit, right? Because it's always better to have like the less players in the lobby, just like the more efficient that it is. Like that's just the reality of the system. So you just the only time you actually PvP is when you're like defending yourself, right? And dude, when I was playing on West Coast, bro, in those morning sessions. Holy guacamole! There was like I'm talking like I spawned
Not
in.
good.
There's like a couple teams, right? There's a couple teams, and like there's a team like in my spawn room instantly. Like they ran past every single mob. Like they didn't kill mobs. Like they ran past the mobs to like come get me.
Yeah.
And there was definitely a barbarian who had some sort of aim lock with the frannies.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. I don't know if he had the reach one, but he definitely, dude, every single franny that he threw while I'm moving and strafing hit me in the head. It was crazy. But like when I just traditionally play the game on East, I feel like I've never ran into one, like ever. Which is
I think I've reported like one person this wipe, and they got temporary banned or whatever. I got a notification like a few days later. So, I don't know. I think at the top, like if you're playing at the top leader, like the top lobby or whatever with tier-based matchmaking, you probably see it. Yeah. This was, speaking of other games that had like kind of strange launches and then died, like Cycle Frontier, from what I understand, had a huge cheater problem that wasn't like easily addressed, and then they implemented, this is just, I don't know, I didn't play the game a ton, but from what I understood, they implemented gear-based matchmaking so that the cheaters basically all played in their own lobbies.
Hell yeah, okay.
So if you imagine like the 300 plus is like the cheater lobby now, on certain regions maybe with this player count. I don't know, but it didn't go super successfully because I remember watching Spud and he was basically just playing by himself because he was a good player, and there was no one in his lobbies.
Like in Cycle?
In Cycle, yeah, in Cycle.
Yeah.
But that was, I think, originally meant to address all the cheaters like in a roundabout way. So.
I don't know if you want these, Wilson. There's gloves for you.
Oh, okay.
Well, they're short, or I guess maybe this next wipe that will implement it, but they plan to have a separate queue for suspected hackers.
Oh, they said that?
Yeah, they're gonna have basically a hacker-only queue, just to keep them in-game, collect data, but just like pit them against each other.
Really?
That was announced in the last.
Damn, I didn't know they were gonna do that.
Q&A,
Okay, I mean, yeah, that makes sense. Okay.
Which is pretty awesome. I like that idea.
Yeah. Yeah, are they? It's hard to say. It's like, are they doing enough? I mean, they just added the Tavern Annie cheat, right? Like that's that's new, right? That's not. I haven't really heard people talk about it, how invasive it is or not, or whatever. I'm gonna be honest. I just kind of clicked accept. I mean,
you still got the old Riot Vanguard just scoping through all your documents, don't you?
Yeah, I already got Vanguard on my computer. So, I mean, fuck it, right? But yeah, I'm not too sure, like what else really at that point that they what else could they do with like a team of their size, like other than just make a better system for catching cheaters, which is obviously the more difficult thing to do. It's like what do they do? I don't know. So.
I get like I can't say too much because like I barely had my, I think I remember when the game first came out on this, there was a few days where it was like, oh, this is not good. But I haven't experienced any of that since, and I like, it sucks because I know there's people probably playing on regions like you suggested that are having bad experiences, but I can't say that I have. So
yeah,
hopefully with with all the new stuff coming, it kind of gets. It's obviously on the agenda with the Vanguard and stuff.
Yeah, like the forbidden regions in 300 plus high roller, like those. Yeah, those definitely have suspicious users on them. But yeah, if you play on like East or maybe Frankfurt, you're okay. Maybe, I mean, I never play on EU, so maybe it's not. Maybe it's terrible over there.
Steam days.
Yeah, the more like quiet regions, you can just tell. Like you just load in and you can just tell. I mean, you guys saw that video on Reddit, right? Where the guy's like, "Hey, everyone in here is changing something to do, man."
Yeah.
Like, which is crazy. I don't know if there's a way that if they could tell, like,
I hear a team.
All right, let's go fuck them up.
Sneaky boys.
Where they at?
Oh, they got blues open. Is it a wizard?
No, they got.
Uh-oh.
I think he's got a holy strike ready as well.
You know what their comp is?
Rogue, cleric, wizard. Yeah.
Oh, they have a rogue though. Okay.
Yeah, he's in the back. Sec.
This dude's just
He's just spamming these.
He wants you dead, man.
Holy shit.
I think he's cheating.
Headshot the cleric.
Oh man, look at these fireballs.
Wizard's weak too.
I guess we just like stand in the mollies now, huh?
Yeah,
pretty much. Yeah.
The mollies do no damage. Yeah. Oh shit. Wizard's weak or Warlock's weak. He's gonna take.
Cleric's like one shot. Yeah.
I'll try to body block this. Oh, never mind.
Yeah.
Killed the one. Yeah, so I don't know. There's gloves here. Maybe for you, Ryan. Gloves on the what's his nuts?
Huh.
Go boss. Oh,
You
pants.
know your favorite class?
Yeah, the ugly person's class. I don't think these guys have anything else. But yeah, I don't know if there's anything else we can really add to that. Like Ryan, like I don't know.
Yeah.
Can they do anything to? What could they do?
I think they're doing enough. I know there's a lot of like discourse in community because they want, I guess, more of like a public message. They want it to be like publicly addressed.
Yeah.
Which
going for red.
Honestly, I think what they're doing is fine right now. They give us like updates, like give us progress updates on what they're doing to address it every now and then, which, they don't need to like send out a ban list. Which would be crazy. I know Russ used to do that, but they don't do that anymore. But I think they're doing enough, and I've honestly reported one person and got them banned in 2 days. And that was like the start of the wipe, and that's the only cheater I've run into. But then again, I'm only playing on US servers during like the normal hours, so.
You do play on West though, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Interesting. Alrighty. Next one, which I believe is mine. So, if there was going to be any like cosmetic that like you could craft up, so it's kind of like a little bit of like a double question. It's like if you could craft up a cosmetic, which preferably it is a cosmetic, what would it be that would actually incentivize you to do the demigod grind? Because it kind of sounded like, Brian, like you wanted to do it, but you're not like 100% committed, but you do want to do it. And then Wilson, you kind of sounded like a little iffy about doing it.
Iffy's a good word, yeah.
But like, what would be something where you're like, oh fuck, now I have to get it? If there was a cosmetic that you could think of.
Ryan, you go first. I need to think.
Man, I don't know. I started doing it. I gave up on Barbarian. I started doing Bard just for lockpicking. So I'm up to Exemplar now, and I might stop here. But if they release
anything,
oh man, what would a demigod skin be that would make me push to demi? I probably am gonna do it just because I'm obsessed with this game. But if that wasn't the case, I think honestly, Dwarf.
Oh.
Dwarf skin. I don't think they'd ever lock it behind.
Exactly. Yeah.
But
the lichen skin.
The lichen skin. For this conversation,
I'm gonna pull him in here. I'm pulling him in here.
Oh, perfect. I'm gonna say like any kind of custom shield skin. Like I know.
Like, shield.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's kind of cool.
They have like a kind of like the textures for shields based on their rarity. So something like not too specific or not too like covering, but any kind of like icon, I think it'd be sick for shield, which I would hope would eventually lead into like guild icon.
Yeah, I was gonna say that's kind of interesting too. Yeah.
Okay.
But it had to
Yeah,
be
'cause-
something goofy, like maybe like the Tavern Master on a shield. Like, I don't want like a super sweaty skin.
Yeah, okay. Interesting.
Alright, time to kill Warlord, boys. I don't have a
Oh,
fucking
shit.
melee weapon, though. Damn it.
I have an arming sword if you want it.
Oh, yeah, actually, that'd be perfect. Hell yeah.
So me, what would I play for? The issue, I think it's kind of funny because
keep the convo going.
Yeah,
during the
okay, we'll
Warlord
fight.
call.
Yeah, we'll
Okay.
fight.
Oh shit.
I'm pretty sure I play like the least of the three of us. I think so. That's usually my like biggest problem. It's just having the time. Like if you're doing Demigod grind for like your two or three times you play the game for 3 or 4 hours a week, like that's a mental battle in itself.
Dude, it takes so long. It's
Yeah, I remember you saying it's like double or triple as long maybe now.
If I wasn't to exaggerate, I would actually say that it probably takes triple the amount of time. I don't know what Owen died. Fuck.
What was that?
I don't know what
Soul.
happened to you, bro. I don't know what happened to you. Yeah, if I wasn't to exaggerate, I would probably say
You got this, Ryan.
I'd be interested to know what people in chat say too. But I think probably it takes 3 times as long. It's like 3 times as much of a grind
Yeah.
as the
3
last season
times.
was.
Yep.
Yeah, I think so. I think it's 3x.
And that's like with
Yeah.
like very minimum setbacks on pretty much empty servers.
Yeah,
Right? Yeah.
like I would say that I probably went because again I was doing 1v2s, so I was trying to avoid PvP, but like if I did it, like I would fight back. And I probably died about maybe 7 times. I probably went like 14 and 15 and 7 for like 1v2. And it felt like that experience. Like I didn't die like once to PvE or like storm close or anything, and all my runs were really optimal. Like I was making on average probably like probably on average about 2000 AP a run, you know. Obviously,
Wow. Yeah.
you know, minus 1200 for the entrance fee and exemplar, whatever, right? But like if you just totaled it all up before the entrance fee, it was probably like like something along the lines of minus plus like 2000 AP, and it still felt about 3 times as long as last time. And it's funny because there was times during last one where I'm like, oh man, like this is a bit of a grind, and it's like, damn, you don't actually realize. You don't realize. I think we wait for Goblin, you know.
Oh,
But
okay.
it's
Yeah.
like,
Sure.
holy shit. So
Yeah. For me being like, it's weird because there's like an inner dilemma where it's like I don't think everyone should just have it. Like not everyone should just be able to get Demigod, but it doesn't. To me, it's like, am I gonna have value or is it gonna be fun to do that? It's not really gonna be a lot of fun probably for me. And then it's like
so
it's gonna take me literally weeks.
that would like make you bypass that lack of fun. Like there has to be something.
Like really, last time I was in the
the
same mindset with the last one, and then they did the cloak, and I was like, okay, look, I'm kind of, you know, I have time. It was the friendly era of Dark and Darker. I have time. Maybe I can do this. It was a great opportunity for me to learn HR because I never really did Hell, Inferno, like HR, all that stuff as a solo player. I was stuck in Goblin Caves forever. So being someone that's not like amazing at doing that anyway, like it would be frustrating to lose all that progress after doing that. So I don't know. Like I really don't know, because if it's that amazing an item, it's like, should it be locked behind the Demigod grind? I don't know. I really can't think of anything.
That's
I really can't think of anything. Like even if it was like the Lycan skin, if it was something individual, like the Lycan skin can only be like done through that, I don't think I would do it. Like I don't know. I just don't think I have the time. It's not even that I don't think I can do it. It's like I just don't have the time. That's the problem, where it's like, even if I did, I don't even know if I'd make it there. Who knows?
Yeah, like that's the thing too. So there's like 2 really big takeaways that I found from doing it. One is that the setbacks don't feel as good as the victories. Straight up.
Yeah.
I died once. I died once to a duo that was right when I was in Exemplar 1. So I was in the final stretch to Demigod. It wasn't like my next match or whatever, but it was like, you know, relatively close. It was maybe like 1000 AP in. and I died, and it was just like, I never complain when I die. I never like mope or any of that. But I just sat there looking at my screen for probably about 30 seconds. Just didn't even say a word. I just like sat there.
Then
and
you
like,
had the shawarma guy on speed dial. You hooked him up. Yeah. You hooked him up and he was fine. Back to the ground.
Oh man, it was tough. It was tough.
Yeah, it's a weird dilemma because you want it to be like something a skilled player can successfully do and not just a time sink. People that like play the game every day. But it's an awkward balance, and it may come back to our conversation like about the AP system we talked about last week and stuff. And I don't know if they just overhaul that whole thing. I don't know, but
yeah,
it will be interesting. If they leave it the way it is, it'll be interesting to see like what percentage. We don't have the numbers, but obviously they will have the numbers. So it's like what percentage of people are even attempting it. I don't know.
Yeah, not a lot for sure. Yeah, I think they do need to overhaul it. It's like, yeah, it doesn't take any like, you know, maybe mechanical skill, and you know, normally that's what most rank systems are based off, like your mechanical performance in like PvP and that type of thing, right?
Yeah.
But this one doesn't really take any of that. However, it does take game knowledge and like efficiency of playing Dark and Darker. It does require that.
Oh yeah,
So,
yeah.
So it's like hard to say, but if I was to give them like a safe answer, they already said it's themed, so it won't be this. But if they wanted to do a safe demigod reward that everyone would want, it's probably, or sorry, most people anyway, it would just be a golden skeleton. You know, just like the Pathfinder one from last season, but gold. You know, maybe has a little like a shine or sparkle to it. You know, I'm pretty sure like everyone would be at least okay with that, you know? Like, no, you know, as much as I would love a golden lizard, like, people would get really fucking pissed by that.
So, did any of you guys do, like, Ryan, did you do the 20, remember you had the 20 game HR leaderboard that, like, counted your average? Remember that system?
Yeah.
That was, like, an average of all your games, and then it was, like, kind of weird because people were making, like, new accounts and stuff, and... did you do any grinding for that?
Oh my god.
That one,
I forgot about that.
I started off, and then, like, everyone was talking about how you could just, like, save your games, and then just, like, do one final game when the leaderboard went up.
Yeah.
So then I was like, oh.
The decay.
My efforts are good. Yeah, I'm just, like, not gonna do this, because I didn't game the system properly.
Was that before or after AP? I can't even remember.
I know. Oh, a team. They just arrived.
There's a whole team on us, boy.
Hit fighter ones.
Holy guacamole, I'm dead.
Oh, they hit the goblin. Get him, goblin.
I'm gonna kill Wiz. Wizard's dead. Wizard's dead.
Good one.
Nice.
I'm gonna shield slam this guy. Where is he?
He's on me.
Oh yes, he wants it.
To hold the light.
Come here.
Dude,
come here. You shall be slammed.
On this are still so bad.
He's second winding.
Holy shit.
What?
Hit him in the back for you.
It didn't work. Whatever. Oh, I had the slam ready. So fast. Beat him up. Get him, Goblin. We need your help.
Oh, this guy's thick.
This guy is thick as hell.
Jesus Christ.
Holy shit, this guy's crazy.
I hit the goblin shield like 3 times.
Yeah, there's just bucklers. There's just bucklers everywhere.
There's so many bucklers.
My freaking shield slam. It didn't land, unfortunately.
Oh wait, there's another team.
I believe in you guys. There's a restaurant underneath, but
yeah.
Oh, it's up to you guys.
My win list really quick.
Mm-hmm.
That's the end for my topic. So once we're good, we can hop into the next one.
The next one is, I think it's Rise. No, mine's the last community one. Yeah.
Oh shit. Uh-oh. Well, mine's in the wrong order.
All right.
Oh wait. Yeah. What event would bring players back? This is Soapy's, right? I might have messed this one up. Sorry, that was my bad.
Holy, there. Oh my god, right there.
Did you see me dodge that?
There's a lot of people on your end.
Ranger's one shot.
I'm just letting you guys fight for a sec. It's against the rules, but I'm allowing it this time.
I own the Ranger.
Yeah. All right, now you have to talk about your topic. So it's time.
Is it mine? Oh yeah, so
I think so.
okay, so for the troll events, right?
You're
like,
just owning.
I
Just
think
keep going.
I think the consensus kind of is for the troll event that it's like cool that Iron Mace is putting like a little bit of effort into like making an event that is just anything, right? But I think it's a little off-putting that it's this fucking rogue that like 80% of the community has no like impact in doing, right? Like they're just not going to participate whatsoever. So what is like an event that you guys would like to see that the community could actually participate in? You know what I mean? This guy gonna I don't know what this guy's trying to do.
Look at all the people, man.
So is
Rogues
there
to
an
get caught
event
in the
that you
crossfire.
think would actually have like an influence in bringing some people back, or do you like what is an event that you think would actually bring players back? So not necessarily new players or whatever, like an event that would bring existing players who have stopped playing back. You know what I mean? Is there anything that comes to mind?
I really liked their Troubadour tournament they did, but that was a Troubadour tournament, like obviously, a little different. A lot of people had like mixed reaction to it because it was locked. Like, it was like a streamer tournament kind of thing. I actually really like that event that they officially hosted. I don't think the Cave Troll one's bad. I just think the whole like big things threw people off a little. I think maybe, like I said, he maybe used the word big because it was Cave Troll and it's just a big guy.
It's a big troll.
You know? I'm giving him the benefit of the doubt there. But I think they did open it up to all classes now, so it's not so silly. But an event that would bring everyone back.
Yeah, so like anything that comes to mind. Cause like I'm not really sure. Like, dude, that room, you get like 20 FPS in that fucking room. It's unbearable. Holy fuck, it's crazy.
Yeah.
Holy shit.
It's where real heroes are born. 1v3 heroes. Yeah.
The PowerPoint room.
I can't. Man, I'm struggling to think of something that, like, with the game the way it is now. Like, I thought multi-classing would bring like people in to try it. Obviously, that wore off quite quickly. I don't know, like in-game events, I always want to go to like bossing of some kind. So like, do you do like a trio event where it's like you try to kill the bosses, or like there's some way to implement like some sort of like you're bossing some way, kind of similar to the troll event, but with trios? I'm not sure because
the first thing that comes to mind when you say bossing is like the average player almost never interacts with the bosses.
Yeah.
Like they just don't. Like they just don't interact with the bosses. So
there is, I guess, an interesting idea that just popped in my head. Like there are games that do like in-game events where it's like collect or kill this many of a certain boss and will reward the community with something. So I'm trying to think of what games do it, but it's like, let's say for example, if the community kills like 1,000 cave trolls in 10 hours, you'll get different tiers of rewards based on how well you guys do. So if there was like an event like that where everyone's working together to like, okay, we're just gonna go murder every cave troll and Cyclops.
Yep.
That kind of stuff would be cool.
That would be cool.
So they could even do that with like bosses.
Back there, right?
No.
That's the tough part.
like
Yeah, that's fun for us. That's fun for us. But will people come back for it? I don't know.
So I don't even know if there is one, honestly.
Yeah, can we let's see if we can kind of like take it to chat. Is there anything that like any of our chats can think about for an event, or maybe even like just something that the devs could add that isn't something crazy? Like, don't just say like arena. Like, you know, that's like something that would take a lot of, you know, manpower and tech behind to actually implement. But is there just like a community thing, even like a skin? You know what I mean? You know, probably not. Like, a skin probably won't bring people back. But like, is there anything that you guys can think for events?
I'm seeing people suggest like a six-man event where you actually team up with a random other trio.
Whoa.
That's been in my chat a couple of times here. Like, I'm finding a way to like just really like break the game and how it is, and just have like this one-off event. I mean, League used to do this all the time with like ARAMs, ultra rapid fire modes, all that stuff, which became their own games in a way. So that stuff might be cool.
Oh my god, 6-man Dark and Darker raids. Yeah, it just syncs you with another team. Maybe there's no friendly fire between the teams. Like, you know, maybe like, you know, I mean, if
they're not lizards, they're gonna die.
Okay, like like your trio can deal damage to your trio, but the random trio that you get matched with can't deal damage to you, maybe or something. 'Cause that might be a little crazy. But actually, wait, a 6-man would actually be crazy. Yeah,
It'd be a crazy event.
That's like, something that's like kind of on par with that is like, what if they like did an event where like just everyone has like the best gear in the game? Again, this would be for like the last week or something.
Ooh, that's spicy. Yeah.
Dang, just like full on everyone's juice.
Yeah, like let's say we come here and we open this oak chest, right? And it has a chance of dropping an artifact. Like it's like that's how good like every chest is for the last week. So because so many people never use legendary gear, so many people never use artifact. Like bro, like like it's crazy.
Yeah, that's a common complaint.
Yeah.
Like, have any of you guys used an artifact?
No, I haven't. Yeah.
I used 2, but I got them by like some freak stroke of luck.
Okay.
Oh.
But I used Viola and Death Bloom.
Oh.
See, Ryan, what you're supposed to say is you killed a Giga Juice ESPer, and got his artifacts. That's how you're supposed to preface that.
Yeah.
But yeah, from my community, they said some sort of community goal event that's tied to skins. It's like getting a cosmetic reward. That I think like linking it to a time-based event that only if you play during that time you get the skin might bring some people back.
Yeah.
Oh, that's kind of cool.
Yeah.
The
FOMO. Yeah. So I kind of like those two then. Like maybe one, like the final week or something of the game, loot is boosted by like 1,000% or something like that. And then also the FOMO of like that limited time event where you can earn a unique skin for that time. I think that would be enough.
Yeah, that would be really cool.
Back.
Yep.
To bring them back again. You probably wouldn't get new players from that, but to bring them back, dude, that'd be awesome. Dude, hell yeah.
I like all those ideas. I think all of them would be fun. But he just fucking smacked you. You know what? Get over it.
Oh shit behind me. Oh shit.
Oh god.
You avenge me, Shirley. 1v2 until Ryan gets there.
I'm gonna shield slam into the spikes.
Oh,
where's Ryan?
Domain. Ryan's flanking them. Oh yeah. They're both weak. They're both weak.
Shit, sorry, I'm going.
You guys own them here.
Oh no, you're by yourself.
I think that was some crazy good answers, actually. Oh yeah.
Yeah, those were good. Oh, this motherfucker.
Is that you on the other side of the door? I'm going.
Now it's a rogue. Oh, I'm stuck on the lantern.
That rogue's weak. He has to be, or not.
I believe in Ryan. This is a setup for Ryan.
What? He's just looting!
Nice. Nice bonks.
That's crazy. He's just looting, bro.
No, some people
you snuck in there.
Some people got it, you know.
See, now if you had plate boots on, they would have definitely heard you. Like clink across the ground.
Do I even res you guys? Here we go next.
I think we just go.
Yeah.
It was a valiant effort, but yeah, you still die. I like all those events. I think that's some of those suggestions are stuff I've never really considered, which would be cool.
Yeah.
So,
Like I don't know your guys' chat. Someone said 100%, so at least one person agrees with it.
Yeah. But like, I'm biased, so I just like the game. So all this goofy stuff is like fun. But people that are like really hardcore hating the game right now, I don't know what to do with them.
Oh,
it's just like, holy shit, that's a tough one. They'll find a way not to enjoy it.
Yeah, that's a whole crazy topic. Probably wait for Crips, but be a little bit. But yeah, dude, man, I know like some people are just really not having fun. Like,
yeah.
But like, Dark and Darker, like since it's like a looter extraction game that's white based, after a while, most people just stop having fun. No. Right?
Yeah.
Like even in Tarkov and all these games, like people play for like the first month or two, right? And then after the second month, typically, like all of those games' player bases really drop off hard because the best part of the wipe is the start.
Yeah. Day one.
Right?
Yeah.
So I just don't know how you. God, all I'm gonna say, I can't believe we're getting Steam. Like a month from now.
And Arena the same day.
All
Arena, Steam, it's gonna be crazy. Yeah. Yep.
Okay, all right. Next topic is
next one.
Is there enough challenging endgame PVE content? This is from my community. Originally, it was phrased as, "Are the bosses hard enough?" But I don't think there's enough players that really like, interact with the bosses like we were talking about earlier. But so in terms of like general endgame PVE content, is there enough? And it kind of goes back to our last discussion because towards the end of wipe, I'd even say like the last month of this wipe, player
Ah,
base drops off. You're hitting empty lobbies, not much to do PvP wise. Every now and then you
Mhm.
get a good fight, but is there enough PvE endgame content to keep things interesting?
okay, initially the first thing that comes to mind is for us and all like the players. I think anyone who would be considered like a top like 20% player or whatever, no, definitely not. But
Mhm.
like it's so hard to say because like so many of us who have like a little bit, I'm not even saying like me necessarily, just like if you're somebody who plays this game and this game only, it's like, can you have the expectation that there should be that much content in the end game when it's like you play this game 8 hours a day? Like,
Mhm.
is
Yeah, that's
there
a tough
is the
one.
game ever going to be a point where there should be enough content for you because you're playing 8 hours a day? I would hope so, but it's hard to say. I think something like off the top of my head that would be good. I wish there was just a little bit more like randomness in the dungeon, even though it would make the way
Yeah.
that I play the game way worse. Like it would make it way harder to do 1vx stuff or whatever.
Mhm.
But if the modules, like especially on crypt, like they just connected differently, there was like different layouts of the mobs in the room, so it's not like, so you enter into a room and there's not always a skeleton here and here and it connects to this room. It would be nice if there was like elements of RNG to it. I think
Hmm.
at least on paper it sounds good, just because like you can't min max every millisecond in the dungeon, because
Yeah.
that's what this game has
Yeah.
Yeah.
become. There's a
Mhm.
reason why that like PvE and even PvP at a certain point has become so trivial, is because like game knowledge matters more than like mechanical skill or anything in this game, because you can min max everything. You can min max your gear, you can min max your comp, your build. Well, maybe less so with multi-classing, but then you can also min max your dungeon pathing. So it's like
Yeah.
you're just doing like the same things every time. So if it was random, I mean, maybe that would help with that. I don't know.
Hmm. Yeah, I think it's a tough balance because, like, if I compare it to Tarkov, when I like tried to casually play Tarkov, it felt like it was the opposite, where it's just like there's so much depth to some of the questing and the grind, and like I felt like I could never get there. Where like Dark and Darker, it's like okay, it's kind of like a quick hit, you can jump in. Some of the end game stuff, if you're not playing a bunch, like Soapy said, maybe you're not doing a lot of bossing or whatever, so it takes quite a bit of time to get the questing done. Um, so it's kind of a weird balance, but I don't think. Obviously, I think there's more to come with the Frost map for endgame stuff, maybe. But I personally don't.
Wyvern.
Yeah, I don't. It's a tough one because I always imagine Dark and Darker being like a quick hit, like 15, 20-minute games,
Mm.
where like the Tarkov experience is like 15, 20-minute queues into like a 45-minute raid into like
Well, the
crazy
queues are
amounts of
that
questing.
long?
They can be during wipe day, like when I played before Dark and Darker come out, like after some of the playtests. I think I waited 45 minutes one time to get into a game. Uh, yeah, and that was like just trying to scav into a game on wipe day was just impossible. It just took so
Wait,
long.
but
Yeah,
there's like so many people playing,
yeah,
you
because
know?
there's only so many scav slots in those maps. So
Oh my
yeah, so
god.
it's like super
Oh
anti-casual. Where I feel like
shit.
Dark and Darker is like, okay, I can just jump into a game and have fun, even if I'm not really worried about the end game content.
Yeah,
Like
this
like
is
you
kind
like
of
you
like
said, I do like the idea of having some randomness so that guys like you or Jay or Pose that like they're like he's walking around a corner with a rapier already stabbing a mob in the head because he knows it's there. That gets a little old, so
yeah.
yeah. It's not terrible. The in-game content isn't terrible. I do think some of the bosses are a little too easy for some of the good trios though. That's
Yeah.
that's kind of a like artifacts are locked behind it and yeah, it's not terrible. It's not. I don't know. It could be improved too with questing. So
Yeah, the thing that's
That's true.
interesting too is like once you unlock the end game gear, right? Like you unlock where you have like a kit that's worth what would we consider like an end game kit, like 30k plus or something, or maybe it's
yeah,
50k,
probably.
100k. I don't know. I don't know what obviously it changes person to person. What would be considered the value of an end game content? But like PVE becomes insanely trivial once you put on like a 50K kit. Like,
Yeah.
you know what I mean? Like, it's nuts. So even nightmare mobs and like hell, and it's like sure if you like stand there AFK and let them hit you 2 or 3 times, like then it's a problem. But like other than that, it's not really right. Like when I was doing demigod grind, I was only using maybe a kit that was like maybe 15 20K or something like that, and I'd be able to clear a mob of nightmare skeletons in crypt in hell solo by myself, like just instantly. I'm killing all these mobs, so it's like, and that's in the trio map, like you know what I mean?
The other point I always go back to on this is like, if you're like learning a map, it does feel good to like feel like you're getting better with your map knowledge. You know, there is like a moment if you're like when you're kind of like leveling up and like gearing up and doing all those things, like, oh, you're also learning the map, so like, don't jump in this spot because you're gonna get like, you're dead. Like Skelly Champ's gonna, whatever's gonna happen to you, you learn not to do that. Usually it's trial and error, so like you've paid the price to learn that knowledge. So there's some element of that too, where I don't want it to be so random that it's like I gain none of my map knowledge really has any value to me. Like,
oh, dude, I have crazy rings. What the fuck?
But at the same time, it would be nice to have a little bit here and there, which I think is like why they do the modules and stuff. And kind of like give you random modules, but not really random mobs, so it is a bit different.
Yeah, we can see it.
Have either of you guys like soloed any of the like late game bosses, like end HR bosses, like in HR, like not
in
normals?
HR? No, I've soloed
team over here.
That's in normals. Okay,
So
because the Lizardman
Lich
team.
HR, but I was also on Curse Warlock.
Oh, it doesn't count then.
That was
the dark side, yeah.
He just sidestep Hellfire.
Okay.
But yeah, I am hoping that the next boss, the Ice Wyvern, like really is like a huge challenge.
Yeah.
I'm calling it. It's gonna be a breakthrough boss. And it's gonna knock you off, and breakthrough's just gonna keep you there. Yep.
I'll see your neck right here.
There you go.
Oh,
sorry,
they went the other door. They're back in the other room now.
Wait, I have a crazy kit. Like, okay, hold on. I'm gonna pause the pot. I have 3, 5. I have 6 additional damage already.
Oh my! These lizards are scared.
You guys are too thick to fit through there.
Yeah, you guys are right about once you get endgame gear, like everything is trivial. You don't have to learn like I don't know movement patterns or anything. You don't have to like dodge the elite mobs. You kind of just like hold left mouse and just like plow through stuff.
Yeah.
And I think that comes back to the question too, like about cheesing stuff, because like Ryan, like you make the videos about how to dodge all these mobs, but most people just ignore that stuff and cheese it in some corner glitch spot, or they jump up on a pedestal, right?
Yeah.
So I know there's always been debate about like, they should be removing that stuff and making people actually learn mobs. So that could make the end game a little more challenging right there. And people would watch more of your videos, so it's a win-win.
Win-win. Yeah. Oh my God, Ryan, or not Ryan Wilson. I got some boots for you.
If they're not buckled, you might as well just leave them on the ground.
Well, I don't know if they're buckled or not, but they're definitely buckled.
Oh, hell yeah, move speed bonus. Have we beat the horse to death? Have we flogged the dead horse?
We could probably move on to the last one.
Any final comments, Ryan, on endgame content? Are you going to be the first one to put out a video how to beat the Frost Wyvern so I can watch it?
I still got the Warlord vid up.
Oh, okay.
But
I definitely need some Warlord help.
Yeah, I'd say with the existing player base right now, I think I'm in the realm that there's not enough, like severely not enough endgame stuff. You'll just run out of things to do. But I would say if we did have the numbers and like the same demographic as early in EA, then I think it's like the perfect balance. Just because, it takes time to learn stuff. It takes a lot of time for you to learn, like, even just like what stats to get. Hey, there's just a bunch of lizards above you, Soapy.
What?
They're hissing at you. Oh yeah, they are.
What the fuck? Okay, this is a little suspicious.
Yeah. Some sort of lizard circus act. Oh, well, there was one of them.
Monty Bank McBungle.
Where'd these
Oh
other
my
ones
God,
go?
that's a beautiful.
Oh, they're in the spawn room. I think there's a rogue. I think one of them is invis somewhere. He wants to bait us in here. I know it, but I'm going for the bait.
Get in there, yeah.
This is the end-game content I've been looking for. Shield slamming lizards.
Dude, this is kind of like a little bit off topic, but in terms of like endgame, I wish they had more goofy stuff. Goofy builds like the pickpocket build.
Oh no! Oh, he knows Ryan's quote.
Wait, I have VoIP off.
Oh, he's a Ryan viewer. This is staged. Ryan paid this man. Yeah, okay, we need to put him down. He was shouting Ooga Booga. Yeah. Yeah.
Wait, their names are
just
fish.
Just padding my stats. Thanks, fellas.
Yeah.
Huh, so last topic is, this one is like it's from Logic, it's kind of a funny one. I've talked about this before, like the soul hearts having some sort of other purpose. Which I think it could be expanded on in like a ton of different ways, but I'll let you guys go first. Oh. Any thoughts to how to like make it? Should they even like, should they consider making use of it, or like for something additional, or if they do, like what's something that jumps to your mind?
Oh man, all right. For me, first, before I suggest anything, I do have to say they would have to change the mechanics of the soul heart.
Yeah.
It had to be so you had to kill the entire team before you could loot it, or else those invis rogues would just be griefing lobbies left and right. But I think it'd be awesome if they had certain sections, like small sections of the map, blocked off, unless you activate them with like a certain number of soul hearts. So it'd like incentivize PvP for one, and also if you're like queuing in, and I'm guilty of this like too, because I'm doing the AP grind. If you're purposely queuing into empty lobbies, you won't be able to access like those secret rooms of the map. So take care of two of those problems.
Oh man, I have no idea if this is a good idea or not, but this is what popped into my head after you said that. You can only open a hell portal if you have a red soul.
What?
Or a soul from someone you killed.
Damn.
So you can only go to hell. Like you're sacrificing the player's soul to go to hell. So that's the only way you can go down to Inferno. You have to take someone's soul with you to open the portal.
Oh no. I can just
Steam's coming out in a month.
I can just feel the people that want the dungeon crawler experience. I can just feel the rage of like just people hunting you down just for your soul. Like don't even want your gear. I want nothing. They're just, I need to kill these people so that I can go down do bosses. That'd be so intense. Oh man.
Wait, is that? I actually kind of like the sound of that. You have to, and again, like Ryan said, you know, you can only take the soul if the whole team's dead. You can't just kill one guy. You know,
it's a very PvP orientated idea. Yes, that's what I'll say. That's it. I think it'd be fun as hell, but I think there is like a large part of like the D&D, like Dungeons and Dragons, Baldur's Gate community, whatever it may be, that just like they're not always in it for the PvP, right?
Yeah, maybe it's more of like, I don't know.
Maybe they just want to do some bossing with some friends. They don't want a bunch of sweaty like streamers shooting them and chasing them around trying to steal their souls so they can go boss. It's so it would spice things up. Let's put it that way. I think it'd be fun, but some people I can see why they wouldn't.
Yeah, one of the big ones that popped in my chat was it would make questing pretty terrible, but I imagine that had to get reworked too.
Yeah.
I mean, questing in general needs to be. Oh, we got players over here. Questing in general needs to be reworked, right? Like we can all kind of agree with that.
Yeah.
The whole system itself kind of needs to be changed a bit or whatever. So
I think he just raged around the corner. You drank a beer. Oh,
might be.
1 second.
I don't know where their third team. Oh yeah.
This guy. More lizards, man.
There's too many of them. Whole colony.
It's a barbarian lizard den in there.
So yeah, reds souls are the things that let you open red portals or red statics. Or what you know what I really like too? I like the idea of like there being it's kind of hard to say because I know this is tied to crypt, okay? Like I know it's a trap down in there.
Yeah, there's a trap right there.
We can just go around the side too. We don't even have to,
true.
Really
I just want to shield slam him. He's into his trap.
The thing that would be really cool too, though, is if there was like some sort of like forge you could interact with, or like you know, like you bring the soul of your, the guy you killed. You bring it to somewhere in the dungeon for like maybe like a chance of like a good item, or like, oh, actually, or like you can socket it into your gear. You break their, because they said they wanted like gems to actually be something, so you can like take somebody's soul and it turns into like a socketed gem or something. I don't know
Yeah,
if
yeah.
that's the play, but you just turn their soul from the forge into an item or something you can redeem or whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think I talked about this on the Darkest Hour podcast one time, and I thought it'd be cool if like you could use soul hearts as like almost like a consumable to like buy stuff from a vendor that was in in hell. Like so,
Oh
Oh,
you know.
dude,
yeah,
they
yeah,
need some in-game vendors,
yeah.
So like
secret
In-game
merchant.
vendor.
so if like soul hearts were the
Yeah.
currency, it'd be like risky to go down there because you're going to hell. Maybe other people are also trying to spend their soul hearts. If you have like two teams that have like done really well in the top lobby and they have some stuff to spend, it's like you may be fighting over that final shrine or that final
Oh.
opportunity to spend your soul hearts you gained during that raid. But
Okay, those are the two
yeah,
ideas I think I like the most. The one
yeah,
is like you use the soul to open a red portal or statics, and then the other one is that the in-game vendor with the soul hearts. Fuck, that'd
like
be
you could
so
like
cool.
even if they
That'd
do
be
like
so sick.
like the sockets or like the gems, you could even maybe only purchase them with soul hearts or something crazy.
Yeah.
But
Oh,
there's,
that'd be so
I hope they
good.
expand on it a little because it would be kind of cool because it's kind of a way of incentivizing PvP but not forcing you to do it.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Obviously, you have to be careful. Like, if the reward's like just so good, it's gonna be a bit nutty. Like, everyone's just gonna be finding ways to exploit it.
Yeah.
But if it's just like neat or like really like interesting things you could purchase, or it wasn't like artifacts every time, it could be
Oh
interesting.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. It shouldn't be anything that's like broken.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe like a weaker version, like a lesser version of the reward tokens. Like, you know what
Oh
I mean?
yeah,
Something
yeah,
like
yeah.
that.
Oh, it's
Maybe
like
it's based on your gear score.
it's like Call
Mm.
of Duty, like zombies, like the box where you put the currency
Mystery
in and you
box.
mystery box, yeah.
Yeah.
And
Mystery.
you get like a ray gun,
Yeah.
and then you go into hell with like
Yeah.
a ray gun, and
The
you're just like
ray gun.
blasting people. Yeah.
Yep. Yes, sir. That'd be crazy. Yeah. No, actually, I really like those. I actually really
Mm-hmm.
like those. Huh.
All
Alrighty.
right, I like all those.
Cool.
And
Yeah,
now
that's all of them.
we have to survive through hells, and we have 2 minutes here, so
Mm-hmm.
we can't
Do you
just
want?
end
You
the
want?
podcast middle of a game going into hell. Just a weird way to end our story, but we
Should
could
do a
dip into
little
chat.
live Q&A.
Yep,
All right,
live
boys.
Q
Is
and
there
A.
anything you guys want to talk about? Any questions, concerns? How I was right about Steam release coming out next month? Anything, really we can talk about. Let's see.
All quiet. Yeah. Now
A lot
this.
of people. We got Ice Joe. When will Steam actually come? Soapy, you know the answer to that.
Okay, Steam will be so they're announcing. Okay, so Epic's coming out on June 6th, and then Steam will be a week after Steam Fest, so June 14th.
You heard it here first.
Ever think multi-class will come back, but I guess also the deviation to that is if multi-classing does come back, what will it look like?
Oh.
Yeah, that's a tough one. We've talked about this before too.
Oh,
Like
on the
what?
podcast? Did we?
Maybe we might be just us just playing trios too. Who knows?
Mhm.
Everything's so convoluted, but will multi-classing come back? I don't know. I don't know. I think I asked you guys this before. Like, what systems do they pull from that other than like rewards tokens and like maybe finding a way to like implement some sort of subclassing if that's the route they're going. Like, I don't think class training is the same as subclassing, so there's like so many different
Yeah.
directions.
I think logically the next step that they'd test would be like subclassing. So instead of choosing any skill from any class, it'd be any
Mm-hmm.
skill from one specific class that you commit to.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay,
But
so
I really hope they go into like the training tree.
Dog.
all right. There's a lot of people asking like predictions on content for next wipe. When do we predict Druid release? Will Ranger be removed from the game? Like, so a lot of people are curious what we think about like what new content's coming. And my first thing is like, well, I think Arena's higher on their list than I thought. Arena, Druid, the map, the Frost Wyvern, Yeti, the Lycan skin. And new weapons, I would love to see some new weapons. That's always been a big point. Please give me some new things to swing. Yeah. I don't know if you guys have any, like, outside of that group that you think they're working on. I can't think of any.
Not really. Nothing really comes to mind too much. Like, I don't know. Yeah, I just want like different types of mobs to kill for sure.
New mobs? Okay, no, I didn't list that.
Like new mobs would be really nice. Even on existing maps, like even just like little variations. Like I love the idea of like, you know, a couple rooms have like a goblin infestation. There's like goblins on the crypts. It's like, you know, like maybe the room looks a little, you know, different in its texture or whatever. But
there's an interesting, like you saying that brought me back to our earlier conversation about like in-game events. And it's like, what if they did like a intense in-game event was like goblin, every map had just like flooded with goblins or something, you know,
for a short time,
short time, yeah, like an afternoon,
cool for a day,
an afternoon, a couple hours,
yeah. Procedurally generated maps would be super sick too, just so you can't min-max every engagement. Yeah.
I really hope
kobolds per room.
Oh god, dude.
Alright, boys, let's get it. I have no melee weapons, so I'm gonna be killing these slow.
I really hope there are gonna be like random events that happen. Like RuneScape nailed that. Like,
yeah.
Some of them are friendly, some of them are like not so friendly.
Mean like random like dungeon encounters?
Yeah, dungeon encounters or like a random like let's say like gold portal spawns. I think Jay's talked about this a bunch.
Oh yeah,
like,
the repose portal. Yeah.
Yeah.
He said there should just be a gold portal that takes you to this crazy loot room. Yeah. There are people asking about game balance, but I think we all agree Warlock's super broken, and so is Barbarian, right? Oh god, I gotta get away from this man. Warlock maybe needs some tuning, which I don't think a lot of people are against. Other than that, I don't have too many comments on game balance. I think we've yet to see a lot of the balance patching, so it's coming. Did you miss? I'm sorry, Ron. I haven't been paying attention to you.
I haven't done aim training since the last I played Valorant.
Yeah, please fix the cleric hitbox on his heals, please. It appears to be broken.
Holy guacamole.
I will say it's hard to pull questions out of chat while fighting this guy.
Oh yeah. Hopefully we can kill all these guys. Holy guacamole, I'm 1 HP.
Oh god.
I'm dead.
Uh-oh.
God, I need to bring a rapier in for
He's getting big sword time, isn't he, Ryan? Oh no.
Might be weak,
big sword time. I'm getting big quarterstaff. Oh, it's coming for you, is it?
You got him.
Oh,
I'm gonna shield slam him.
So fast.
Couldn't do nothing.
Parry him.
Oh my god, I'm scared.
Goblin running around with a bag. Yeah, dude. Just more.
Oh, loot goblin. A loot goblin.
Yeah. Like a literal loot goblin. Yep.
Oh god.
So should it be able to like open doors or phase through doors? Like shield bash the warlord.
I tried. I think I missed. I think I hear a team over here. Yeah, there's a team over here.
Yep. Go get help from him. Ask if we want to do warlord.
I think I'm dead.
Oh my god. Oh.
I'm homeless. Yep, little bastard.
Yep, plays ranger. Of course he's homeless.
Huh.
But dude, having a mob that could open doors would be sick.
Oh,
that'd be interesting.
Yeah. And then, you know, obviously, eventually, we're going to be able to do scav runs, right? So that's going to be crazy.
Oh, yeah.
Get to play as the mobs, dude. Like, what the hell?
There's so many things that have been, like hinted at or leaked that just, like, we're not there yet. And I know for a fact they've been holding so much back the past couple months because they don't want us to get, like... Obviously, we get so excited we just want it to happen so soon that... I think they have dialed it in a little bit in terms of like leaking information, or just getting excited about information and telling us. Like Arena, they're not really giving us any information on like any events. It's just like it's coming. It's, you know, we're working on it. There are a lot of interesting like notes in their patch notes, but they're just they're very much just like present notes. Nothing about what's coming too much. So I don't mind that. I think it's exciting that we can have all this information dropped to us like when it happens. Like, that's I have no problem with that.
All right, boys.
I think it's been an hour and 6 minutes. Any final?
That's not bad.
That's not bad.
That's pretty good. Yeah, we brought it down. That's solid.
All right. Okay, so I think we'll call it there. Episode 2. Any closing thoughts?
I don't think so. We gotta find out like an interesting way to end these. I think Ryan should just speak Mandarin like he did before when we were talking about bears.
That was a pretty good one. That was a pretty good one. I got a message though.
Oh.
Fuck everyone who doubted the Steam release.
All right.
I told you guys, and you guys didn't believe me. I told you. Well, not you guys, not you two, of course, or whatever. But so many people told me I was wrong.
Yeah, it's nice to see the doubters squirm a little. So, all right, that's it. Episode 2 in the books. Thank you, folks.
Yes, sir.